Let me tell you some of the dealings of God that you may not understand. Do you know, as a young man or as a young lady, you can have enough money to buy a car, and God will say, don't buy a car, keep trekking. And as you're trekking, your fellow mates will insult you. See this one, it's just the trek. You follow people who get car, they talk. And you have money, and God will say, don't talk, endure it. It is part of the cutting. It's part of the deep cutting. Apostle Selman for over 8 years had money to buy car. God said don't buy. When they sold car to him, God will say don't take it. Keep entering Okada. Let me deal with your heart. So when I lift you up, you won't be lifted up. He will come with overflow and use machine and come. People will use car to be carrying him, yet he could buy a car. He could rent a 3-bedroom flat. God says stay in one room. These are things that are beyond economics. It's called the dealings of God. And God is breaking something because of what He's having for you in the future. When God is dealing with you now, it's because of what He sees ahead. He sees the end from the beginning. He knows how great you are going to be. And you know that there will be setups or scandals that can destroy you and destroy your life. So He will begin to deal with those things so that they die now. So that then it will not awaken you. So you don't bring disgrace to your name, family, and God. The workings and dealings of God. God will dare you to pay school fees of other people. And don't tell anybody that you paid. It's not the one of you carry camera and go and be, when you do, you say, you see us, we are giving. Don't tell anybody. Be paying people school fees. You know the worst? That lady that insulted you, God will say, put an envelope, put 20,000 in an envelope, and go to her house, put it there, and run away. Let her not see you to know you're the one that gave her. And the person will still come and be saying, see it now. See how God they provide for some of us way in love. And you are the provider. God will say, shh. See, don't pray certain prayers. So God use me. Is it not some of you that are complaining that people are using you? One man said, Africans are the most funniest people. They don't want men to use them, but they want God to use them. And they don't know that it's only something that is useful that can be used. That if you're being used, it means you're useful. Anything useless is not being used. So if men use you, know you're useful. The dealings of God in marriage is very key. See, if you cannot allow God to work on your heart, there are certain steps you shouldn't take. Your wife provoke you, you say you could deal with them. God will be the one to tell you to go and meet her and say, I'm sorry. Holy Ghost know they try sometimes. A lady shared how she came to live with her elder sister that is senior to her with less than 1 year. Staying in house. And he said, if you go out, don't come back later than 8:30. What did I say? 8:30. She went to fellowship. Not that she followed man. She went to fellowship with God. Came back to 9. Door was locked. Knock. Where? And called the sister. Sister said, what's the time? He said to 9. He said, stay there. She sat outside till 4 a.m. under cold. Early morning, the sister came, opened the door. She came in by 4 a.m. angry, planning revenge. As she walked in, Holy Ghost said, go and meet her and tell her you're sorry. Don't worry, next month is going to be a month of the Holy Ghost. Yeah, now see, now it's month of the Holy Ghost. Now, some of you that say, Holy Ghost, I want to be hearing your voice. You go enter. That things you will hear, you will say, oh, you want to do worker. You understand? You know, I can't do it. You will be mad. You say, me go apologize. That is part of the dealing of God. Go and tell her sorry for keeping me till early morning. That I've already in those 6 hours cooked a wonderful plan of revenge. That is only once, if I hit it, it will enter. See, there are things God is killing in you. Somebody that took your name and lied and finished about and insulted you, talked to people about you. God will say you should take a gift and send to her, or send her credit on her birthday, or even write a good note about her, or celebrate her on your WhatsApp. You know the sweet thing? Even if you don't want to do it and you're doing it, circumcision is taking place. There are actions that are physical actions, but with internal consequences. There are walls and things being broken. If you read the book Love by Kenneth Hagin, you will cry. Kenneth Hagin went to preach to a pastor. The pastor kept him where he keeps his chicken for 3 days and never gave him food. He will come and preach, finish, miracles happen, go back. The man didn't give him food. Kept him in his kitchen's barn. He was sleeping with kitchen. Wake up in the morning and go and preach. Without honorarium. I beg. That love no enter. If you read that book, you will know that there are dimensions you will never enter because you have refused to allow God to take a whole space in your heart. There are still rooms for you. Some of you, the bitterness, anger, and unforgiveness in you can destroy a nation. For God to root out that thing, that steps you will take. It's painful. I will never forget when God told me to go and apologize to a pastor that hurt me in this city. I went to his office and knelt down, apologized to him. You need to see the pride. It's okay, it's okay. Hey! I was going and crying. I was walking there and I said, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But something happened in me. Something happened in me. A forgiving heart is not a gift. It's an intentional decision. It's a culture. It's not easy to stand and say, Lord, forgive them for they do not know what they are doing. You can't say that if that's not work on your heart. See, when you walk in the realm of love, you walk in the realm of God. That's when you see God flow through you. The problem is that God has not taken enough space. Total surrender.